Dexter Resurrection has just reached its halfway point, and I have to say I am very, very thrilled with this series. So let's dive into things. Let's talk about Dexter Resurrection, and I'm going to explain to you just why you should be checking this series out. Let's discuss. I'm pretty sure that everybody and their mama can agree that the original Dexter series kind of went off the cliff after season 4, right around the time that showrunner Clyde Phillips decided to step away, leaving us with a series that ended and left people feeling kind of sour. But as an apology to the fans, or maybe is it just loyalty, or maybe he just really wanted to see what this series had left in it, well, Clyde Phillips, that showrunner that gave us those amazing first 4 seasons of Dexter, he came back and he gave us Dexter New Blood. And I really liked that series. I thought it was very well done. I really enjoyed the dynamic. Seeing Harrison, Dexter's son, and Dexter, I just liked this idea of seeing Dexter as more of a family man, and that is continuing in this new series, Dexter Resurrection. I doubt many people would have seen this coming, that Dexter would be making a comeback after all these years. And yet, not only is Dexter making a comeback, but maybe even growing and expanding, becoming a whole shared universe kind of thing, maybe? Because last year we had Dexter Original Sin. It's a prequel that shows a younger Dexter, and that show also was really well done. Again, brought to you by Clyde Phillips. But after the events of Dexter New Blood, I gotta be honest, I was a little bit skeptical about just how was this gonna work? How are they going to make this story continue? Are they ever going to let Dexter die? I had some serious questions. But so far this series has exceeded my expectations. Not only did they provide a reasonably decent explanation for why he is back, how he is existing in this series, at a certain point you just have to decide, do you really want to see more of Dexter or do you not? Because if you do want to see more, then you're gonna just have to take this show's explanation and then shut the fuck up and enjoy the rest of the series. Michael C. Hall, well, he must just be born to play this character because he does it so well. Seeing him stepping back into this role, it really feels like no time has passed at all. He continues to bring life to this character and make a guy who is literally a serial killer actually kind of likable and relatable. It probably doesn't hurt things that Dexter kills bad guys, which is something that I think a lot of people can really be on board with. But besides for Dexter, the successful serial killer that we've really enjoyed watching, what I'm really enjoying about this new series, as well as I did with New Blood, is seeing him as a father, seeing him truly be into his responsibilities to Harrison. Yes, he was a father in the previous seasons, and I do think that he did love Rita's kids, and he did clearly love Harrison as a baby, but it was just different because he was still a very distracted person. In this series, he really wants to make sure that he is being a great father. He wants Harrison to be okay, and I think that is something that really makes him feel a bit more human. Jack Alcott is doing a really solid job playing Harrison yet again. I loved him in New Blood, and I'm continuing to love him here. I think he has very good chemistry with Michael C. Hall, and I think he is bringing a side of Harrison to life that really is working out pretty well for this series, because this is the son of a serial killer, okay? So that's going to give you some problems, and he does clearly have some of Dexter's darkness, but not all of it. And it's really fascinating watching that be explored and connecting with his character. And I actually am very invested in his story. I'm not going to discuss spoilers about the particular things that Harrison has done, but his story is really pulling me in. And I think that he is really proving his worth. And I think, in my opinion, he should be shutting up the naysayers, because I did hear that people were not so thrilled with him in the previous season. I don't know why. I didn't have a problem with him, and I don't have a problem with him now, but I do think that if you had a problem with him back then, you're gonna like his character a bit more now because his story has evolved. And of course, it probably doesn't hurt that they brought back some of the OG original stars. We got David Zayas back as Batista and James Remar back as Harry. Now let's talk about Batista, because he is in a different position than we last saw him in. Actually, the last time we saw him was in New Blood, and in New Blood he finds out that Dexter Morgan is alive, and boy does that set off some alarms in his head, mad because he's thinking, okay, this is not right. He does obviously think that there's a possibility that Dexter is the Bayhara Butcher, so I'm really looking forward to seeing just how that dynamic is going to play out, because he seems like he is on Dexter's heel and he is not going to go away. Is he going to end up having a bad ending because of the way he is relentlessly pursuing Dexter in this series? I really hope not, but Dexter has taken out innocent people to protect his secret, and it's definitely possible. So Batista should be somebody that you're prepared to lose, if you ask me. And also James Remar back as Harry. I have to be honest, it's really awesome to see these two back together. Him and Michael C. Hall have very solid chemistry. It just feels right. Seeing these two interacting, seeing Harry being that conscience on Dexter's shoulder, it just feels so right. I am just a little bit confused as to where Deb is, because in New Blood, he was seeing Deb, and I guess I could probably also ask, why was he seeing Deb in that series rather than Harry? I'm not really sure why, but I do think that it's a bit abrupt that they ended his visions of Deb. I hope that they do address that in this series, but I'm not really sure if they're planning on it. The new characters in this series are all quite fascinating in their own right as well. Peter Dinklage's character Prater is offering plenty of intrigue, and seeing Uma Thurman as the stone cold bitch, I just love it. As a matter of fact, I recently rewatched Kill Bill 1 and 2, so seeing her in Kill Bill and seeing her in this, it's just really feeling nostalgic. It's giving me excitement because she kind of has vanished from popularity for a bit, but seeing her in this, I'm like, yes, okay, Uma is back. Maybe we can get a Kill Bill 3, maybe? I'm really quite eager to see what's gonna happen between Dexter and Prater, not to mention how it's just all gonna turn out. Because if you've seen the trailers for this series, you will know that Prater, played by Peter Dinklage, has a little social group made up of serial killers, and Dexter ends up stumbling upon this group, and boy, is that not just an all-you-can-eat buffet for someone like Dexter. He doesn't even have to do the research. It's already been confirmed. These people are serial killers. So I'm really curious to see just how many of the people in that group are actually going to make it out of this series alive. Not to mention what's going to happen with Prater. He doesn't really fit the code, but is he somehow going to end up on Dexter's table? Overall, this series has been really stellar. I am very invested in it. I'm addicted to it. I'm looking forward to the new episodes. I want to see just how this story is going to play out. I really hope that this is not going to be just a one-off like New Blood, although you could say that New Blood isn't really a one-off. We are getting a new show. It's not labeled as a season 2, it's a new series. So are they going to do something like that with this series, or are we going to get Dexter Resurrection season 2? I'm really curious. I do want more. I think that clearly people are jonesing for this series, and considering the success that Original Sin had, I'd say yes, it's clear there's still life left in Dexter the series, and I think that if you are a fan of the series or previous fan, and maybe you didn't see New Blood, well, firstly, I'd start with checking out that series, but you should be watching this series. It is awesome. If you're an OG fan, check this series out. Let's talk about it. Put your thoughts on this series in the comments. Let me know, what are you thinking of it? Did you like this review? If you did, you might want to hit the like button to let me know that you liked it. And if you want to hear more things from me, subscribe to this channel. Later.